Woodrow Wilson High School's tennis program is getting a boost thanks to a $2,000 grant. Our reporter Caleb Pearl has more on how this donation is helping the team and inspiring students.
On Monday at Woodrow Wilson High School, a much-needed grant is helping the tennis program get back on its feet. Dr. Jay Chabra, originally from West Virginia, returned to the state to donate $2,000 after applying for and winning a grant aimed at supporting underserved students. The official check presentation took place last Friday at the Woodrow football game, and along with that donation, Dr. Chabra and his colleague Dr. Stephen Lee took some extra time to share their knowledge of exercise science and sports physiology with a portion of the senior class.
And I tried to help them get a grant before. I couldn't get it, but then I'm like, let me help that school. There's some underserved kids out here in East Beckley especially who attend school here. So if I can pick one sport that they needed money for, I would help them. So I asked Mr. Pinnock and Principal Stafford which sport needs the most help. They said tennis. So I applied for a grant and got it and gifted it to the school.
Dr. Chabra's grant is set to provide critical equipment and resources for Woodrow's tennis team, which has struggled with outdated or missing gear for the past several years.
So this gives the tennis team an opportunity to get new equipment, new nets, new rollers for the courts, new balls, which have been absent for the last 2 to 3 years. So this sports medicine grant really goes to empowering these students and these student athletes to do better and to have the opportunity to do even greater things at the state level. So yeah, that's what this grant does.
For Dr. Chabra, the chance to give back to a community that meant so much to his family is especially meaningful. His father worked as a physician in West Virginia, and Dr. Chabra is grateful for the opportunities the state provided.
Oh, it's amazing. You know, my dad was really celebrated in Hinton, West Virginia as a physician down there, and we fell in love with this community. You know, we lived here for several years. It was the only place that opened its doors when my dad came to the U.S. and as far as finding a job after residency. So to give back to a community that gave something to us, it motivates us to do more, and hopefully we can innovate and bring tech here too one day.
And beyond the grant, Dr. Chabra, along with Dr. Stephen Lee from Marshall University, led a presentation on sports science and technology aimed at educating students about the growing role of biomechanics in sports and medicine.
I come from a background of sports biomechanics, which is using physics and mathematics to study sports and understand that. I find it really interesting to work with high school students who may not know that that exists as a thing that you can do. If we have students that are interested in mathematics or physics and want to apply it to sports, then there's a route for them to do that.
The presentation, which was attended by a group of seniors interested in sports physiology, demonstrated cutting-edge technology that could prevent future injuries and enhance sports performance.
This means a lot because, you know, like I said, as a community, getting these opportunities is so big, and it's inspiring when you have other people who believe in you who are like, this is what you need and we'll get it for you. And all we ask you in return is to give your passion, to give your dedication and your time to this school and carry the name forward, Woodrow Wilson High School's name forward. So, you know, it makes me and the rest of my student athletes and the rest of my friends on the tennis team, you know, even more inspired to do greater things on the court and off the court.
This $2,000 grant is just the beginning of what could have a lasting impact on Woodrow Wilson's tennis program, as well as the students interested in sports science. Dr. Chabra's return to West Virginia not only provided much-needed funds, but also a chance to inspire the next generation of athletes and sports scientists. Reporting from Woodrow Wilson High School, this is Caleb Pearl for Newswatch.